atau ribuan pelajar hadir ya di dalam dewan maupun dalam talian untuk bersama-sama mendengar ucapan daripada dan juga amanat dari Perdana Menteri kita, Datuk Seri Anwar Ibrahim. Jadi sahabat semua, ayo kita tonton video ini bersama.
Sebenarnya disebut oleh Syukri, ini adalah acara pertama saya mengadakan dialog langsung ini Anwar dengan mahasiswa dari IPTA. Now, thank you very much. I do appreciate the reception, the enthusiasm of young students, and I intend to be very brief to allow for a special session of Parliament. The special session is to deliberate precisely the issue of the unilateral decision by President Donald Trump of the United States of America, the unilateral decision to impose tariffs that will certainly adversely affect the position of many emerging economies, including many of you here. But our decision in Malaysia and ASEAN in particular is to engage. It's not to be combative. No point in reacting hostile manner, but to engage, have the discussions, and explain our turf. We have already participated in the multilateral trade arrangements. You know the history prior to WTO or GATT and now WTO. And that is a multilateral arrangement where you can ensure some manner of order, rule-based trading system that would ensure some form of justice, consideration. And I think we'll pursue that. We have sent ministers to negotiate with the Trade Commerce Department, and we have to continue to evaluate. There's no finality. As you know, things are still fluid. President Trump has given a 90-day reprieve. Malaysia is a trading nation. We trade with countries in ASEAN, with the United States, with China, and many countries in the world. Our investments from the United States is still number one. Cumulatively, is the highest trading partner. China is becoming a very important player now, and reliable, good neighbor. ASEAN have agreed to enhance our intra-ASEAN trade. Okay, that was discussed this morning, and members of Parliament are still continuing their debate. But I cannot reject this wonderful opportunity. So between members of Parliament speaking, I've chosen to hear the students today. Now, why do we place such importance to the younger generation? Because the type of training, the expertise, the capacity to affect change, the willingness to adopt some new disciplines, we have to depend on you. You can't expect people in my generation to be as fast to assimilate and acquire, have that level of acquisition of knowledge and expertise, particularly the new sciences, new disciplines. We have what we call digitalization, artificial intelligence. Now we are talking about energy transition, which we're not talking about in the last many decades. Now, so we have to depend on you. That's why MSU, many of the private institutions are considered by us in the government as part of our team to give the opportunity and instill the sort of discipline and scholarship among the students. It's our expectation. So acquisition of knowledge is a must. When asked, why are you here? To acquire knowledge, assimilation of knowledge, to learn new sciences, new disciplines, new expertise, to go back and serve. And there comes the fundamental issue that we have to address. One, assimilation of knowledge, acquisition of knowledge, which is critical for your future, your family, your society, your country. But for what? Why do one wish to acquire knowledge? This must be reflected very seriously. And I want to appeal to you, my children, to understand and appreciate this. Acquisition of knowledge to be comfortable in life is not the end. Why do you want to acquire and assimilate knowledge and sciences? Is to disseminate what is just and what is truth. That is the major challenge. So, notwithstanding the sciences, in the Madani framework, we talk about values, we talk about ethics, we talk about human dignity, we talk about our role to ensure that we have a fair and just society. And that is the role of the youth. And I think, and this is not new, from the days of Greek philosophy to our sages, religion, Islam, and I believe what is being encouraged in other religions too, is actually to build, to ensure that men and women are people of character, dignity. There is a deficit now because people talk about what is the world, what's happening to the world. We call it post-normal times. What is post-normal times? It's a world of chaos, of contradictions. Some people talk about post-truth. Truth is relative. Justice is relative. You can kill some community and support the other community. You can support some rogues, some dictators, and defend it and rationalize your actions. So that is precisely the reason why we go back to the basics, the fundamental issue of what is, why are you here? Yes, acquisition and assimilation of knowledge, but remember, you are not a sacred cow. You are human beings with values and ethics. I use the term sacred cow because this was a brilliant thesis written by Ivan Illich about the difference between education, just purely the acquisition of knowledge, devoid of ethics, morality. We are not training machines. We are training human beings. And therefore, I would like to appeal to you, youth, young ones. At that time, your parents or your grandparents probably remember the people, the elders, etc. That's not the issue. But never lose sight of the fundamental values. And this is where I believe that ethics and religion remains to be relevant. I'm not suggesting that you discard or ignore the importance of leaders, be it political leaders or your professors. No. But you must also understand that there is a trust deficit. During post-normal times, there is a trust deficit. Young, bright students start questioning, why have we lost value? Why is it that we tend to be racist? When we decide and talk about differences, preach hatred, insult people of other faith based on color or belief, countries, but work. You want this, you want your institution, you want your succeed, that we must as a team, irrespective of where you come from or what color you're from. You agree with me on that? Yeah. So let me then end with that. Okay, please. No protocol, no need to say Right Honorable Prime Minister. No, you want to call me Uncle Anwar? Okay. All right. Yes.